Greetings and welcome once again to Roman of the Empire. This week, we are discussing the Irish animated film Song of the Sea. This was a first-time view for me. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it immensely. I think most of us probably did. We are on YouTube only tonight, so if you're not watching this on YouTube, I don't suspect you're watching this at all right now. Thanks to an incredible price increase from StreamYard, we're now broadcasting in 1080. So you've got that going for us. So I hope you're getting all the wrinkles and lines now, not just some of them. So we'll go around the horn here. We do have a special guest tonight, Abomination AJ, and he is going to be coming by a little bit later. He had some dog business to do. And without further ado, let's roll into our intros. He is my partner on this channel. He is my wingman. He didn't stop me from bombing anything this week. I just bombed the shit out of it. He is Shieldwall of Dragons. Welcome back, my friend. How are you?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Yeah, I was just bombing everything. It was like, bombs everywhere. Yeah, it's great to be here. This was a good movie. I'd never even heard of it until Manan and Matt Lear recommended it to us, and but it was good. I'm glad I saw it. It's a very well done movie that I think everyone would enjoy. It's family friendly, the whole thing. So it's more of, I think, what we need these days.
I agree.
And you can watch it in Gaelic if you want to. I think that's the language.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Not to be confused with Gaelic.
I had a hard enough time understanding all of the other stuff they said.
Well, actually, you can get it in English, like Irish Gaelic, French. I think Welsh and Scottish Gaelic, all three Celtic languages. It's like
yeah.
They
I knew
really
you
went
went in French as well.
Yeah, they went full on
Celtic. Plenty of languages that I don't speak. So he is the scourge of Gotham, the nemesis of the Dark Knight. He is working without a computer. He is Joker Voice. Welcome back, my friend. We've missed you. We didn't have you for a little bit. You're back.
Yes.
Clearly working through some computer issues.
Good to have you back.
But it's good to have you back, my friend. How are
you?
How's our?
It's good to be back. And after the stinker that was Wolfen, I'm glad that Roman picked two bangers back to back. We had this wonderfully wholesome film, and my last time here on the show, the epically amazing Fifth Element as well. I'm a little upset, Roman. I was told we were going to have all-you-can-eat salad and breadsticks here tonight, but don't worry. But don't worry, Roman. I brought the scissors.
Well, yes, and we are down one of our team members tonight, and hopefully she will be back with us next week. And
the scissor family lives on.
Complete. So good to have you back, my friend.
Thank you.
He is the meme master of the interweb, using his powers for good instead of evil most of the time. He is Jacob Ironside. Welcome back, Jacob. Good to have you here, my friend. How are you? How are the raccoons? And are they invading currently?
Oh, they're staying away right now, but they'll figure out some new dastardly thing to do. But
they got hands.
Yes, but I'm glad to be back. Thanks for having me back. And I ran across some top secret classified stuff. When Roman was in the Navy, he had his DNA taken
in the
for
Navy.
A project called Project Walrus.
What did you do, Jacob? Oh, Lord. All right. Hang on. Despite my...
Why in the world does that walrus have just patches of hair on it? Like somebody got drunk, passed out, and people took a buzzer razor.
That's one of the worst things I think I've ever seen. Yeah, what happened? I've got some kind of mange. That's the opposite of a selkie.
Project Walrus was used to destroy Saddam's 5-ship navy in the First Gulf War.
There you go.
Those
He ripped the
two
holes open with
cartoon
his tusks.
Oh my lord!
images
Uh,
are from King of the Hill.
see,
That's what
that's why
happened to
you
Bill
can't
Dauterive.
see me from the waist down. I have flippers, so
Oh.
that's what's going on down there. Yeah, it's
I like it.
I know it's strange. I know.
Never seen your stream.
You'll never see my
Well-
bottom half.
Well, Roman, I have. I mean, I've seen it after you drink a lot. I mean, you don't use it well. I'm just saying.
Flopping around.
Yep, exactly. That's because they're really flippers down there.
Right.
You keep your
Oh.
walrus teeth filed down,
Well, you have to, because otherwise, if you're trying to eat fried chicken, it just really gets in the way, and that's really the
Or
only reason.
breadsticks. Or breadsticks.
Damn!
Yeah.
Stop it, Beard! Stop it! Oh Lord!
If only you had
Um,
breadsticks to do that with, that would have been better.
Right?
That were very bulky. But, his beard is, in fact, an Irish legend. He is Beard of Liberty. Welcome back, my friend. It's good to have you with us in your spare time when not allegedly hunting the humans on your property.
Hey,
Allegedly.
look, you can only do that. You can only do that for so
It's-
long before allegedly there are no more. So
his beard is a legend in most cultures. Everybody's
That's
got
true. It's
got
not
myths
just
about
it's
it.
not
Actually-
just Irish. That's,
actually, this movie at one point did give a brief glimpse into one of my possible futures.
Yes,
being
exactly.
yes,
mostly
yes.
consumed by
Definitely.
beer.
oh
Each,
yes,
each strand of his hair on his beard will be a story told.
it's a story.
Yes.
And sadly, right now, he's in this one. He is the man who knows all the things about all the things. He is the fad that shouldn't be the unbearable 73. He is. I'm going to fuck this up. Menenem.
Phenomena.
I sound
Manana ain't gonna be
like
working
my
hard
dad.
anymore.
Matt, Matt, our good friend, and thank you, Matt, for pointing us towards this movie this week. This was an absolute delight. I was surprised. It hits in all the right ways, in all the ways a movie should. This movie did. So, excellent choice, my friend. Thank you.
I have been trying to get people to watch these cartoon saloon movies. There's 5 of them now for 3 years. They're all like, this is a 10 out of 10. The others are like 9.9 out of 10. They're all almost perfect. This is the perfect one. And like, they're so family friendly. They have, the first 3 are based on Celtic folklore. The Net, which is Song of the Sea, the Book of the Kells, and the Secret of the Kells, and Wolfwalkers. And then there's The Breadwinner, which is a tale out of the life of a girl and her family in Taliban, Afghanistan, where she has to, her father gets taken as a prisoner, and she has to pretend to be a boy to take care of her family. So it tells the story of the child trying to deal with that. And then the last one is an adaptation of My Father's Dragon, which is a children's book you may have heard of. And they're all great. It's the animation style, the music. It's so incredible. I'm going to try not to like go on and on about it this time because that was 9 of us.
Remember, we only got 2 hours, Matt. We got 2 hours.
But,
But I've got to get my the family of the Empire to watch this. They're still mad at me about Wolfen as well, so it's taking some convincing at this point. But this one was I found it to be just an extraordinary film. Let's finish off with Sammy, then we can dive in here.
No pun intended.
But musician, pop culture aficionado, YouTube prostitute, man of the people. He is Sammy Threepeat. Welcome back, Sammy. Did you get a haircut? Something's going on there. You're looking a lot like a more well-adjusted, less abused Justin Bieber.
Oh, thank you. No, I
Got the Biebs vibe.
haven't been getting it cut. But
I don't even know what that means.
I don't either, but I'm just gonna run with it. I do feel like a well-adjusted unsexually abused Justin Bieber, and I appreciate you noticing.
Yeah, minus all the baby oil, right?
Yeah, no baby oil,
It's so slippery.
no Diddy parties. Yeah, never went to Vince McMahon's
Lord.
house. But yeah, no, I'm glad that we watched this movie.
Right?
Like it's you watch something like this and it was like, what is everybody missing? Like, this is what you should be showing your
Yep.
kids. This is,
Damn it, Joker.
Yeah.
Well, let's say hi to the chat here. For the folks that are with us. The broadcast is a little bit different tonight, so our numbers are different. And if you're with us tonight, go pop by your friends on Twitter and tell them to please come to YouTube tonight, as we are broadcasting just here. But with us right now, we do have Frank Gately. Welcome, Frank. Good to see you again this week. Ducka. We have a very teary-eyed mouse, the Squeaka mouse. And Squeaka, if you finish the movie anytime soon, you're welcome to hop on with us.
Yes.
Let me know. I do have some openings this week. So there's room on the panel if you want to. A fresh red-eyed Squeaka if you want to pop in with us. You're certainly welcome.
Squeaka, you will love all 5 of these movies. All of them. All 5 of them.
Our good friend Zax is out there. Zax, please tell the Twitter people to come here. And I hadn't heard of it either, Zax, but I actually loved it. You know, this is a good family. This is an absolutely great family movie. And you don't get many of those anymore in yon modern times. That's it for the chat right now. Like I said, things are a little bit weird this week because the numbers are getting split between YouTube and Twitter, and YouTube is, as we would say, taking a beating. So if I ever have any hope or dream of getting monetized, I got to keep the hours over here. And if it doesn't work out, then we'll split it back and fuck it. I'll just never get monetized, and that's okay too. Why? Yes, when you're here, your family. I hate my life so much, Joker.
So, so Roman, before we get into this, let me just give a few little quickies here. There's a lot of if you want, like, if you like this with your kids and all that, they have supporting products. Like, these are graphic novels I have for Song of the Sea and Wolfwalkers. Very readable for kids and adults. They have coloring books. They have
nice. I didn't know they had those.
Yeah, all sorts of other. I think they even have figurines, but they're hard to get because obviously it's a limited release. This is Wolfwalkers. And there's, like I said, there's a whole world you can get into with these movies. As far as the content and the beauty of them. Now, I have one final take I'll give near the end of what this film was really about, in my opinion. But I will give you guys a clue. The voice actor, 2 legendary voice actors, Brendan Gleeson plays Connor and MacLear, right? And Fiona Flanagan plays Granny and Maka, right? They play both characters. And that's important. That's a very important thing, to have the same voice for those characters.
Yes.
And when I give my sort of take on this at the end, you'll understand, I think, why the creators did that.
Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna shoot Squeaka the link, so if she does want to pop in later, she.
Oh, and Brandon Gleeson was in Secret of Kells too, right? Or Book of Kells?
I think he played the old man.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah.
All right, so let's hop in here, and
which was also a banger movie.
Talking about this. Oh, Jay the Deep-Minded, welcome.
Hello.
Just joining. Really, that's the only reason you're here, Jay. It's not for the charming wit, conversation, occasional profanity, and mild drunkenness. I think
in the superior facial hair.
I think that's why most people are here. It's good to see you, though.
By the way, just to let people
For the
know,
breadsticks.
this is a family movie, but this is not a family stream.
Also true. Yes. So there is a conflict. But if you're watching us and you have a family, 1, don't let them watch the stream. 2, let them watch this movie because it's well worth their time.
Yeah.
And
one of the things I liked with what they did with the creators of this is the name of the gods are a little more complicated in the folklore, but they simplified them down that a child could very easily get them. So So as an adult, you might want to look up Man and MacLear and get the lore, but the kid will get the MacLear part of it and understand the character, you know. So
And so the gist of this movie, before we get into it, I mean, and we're going to be in spoilers, just assume that. It's a story about grief, a family, the loss of a mother, and this little girl who it's gonna, when you say it out loud, it sounds a little bit weird. In context of the film, it all makes a lot of sense though. In Irish
She's a seal.
they're selkies. It's people who become seals. That's the word selkie is a little weird on its own, but and it's about the family dynamic and fairies, the nice kind, and just this magical world that's all around. And this little girl is kind of the key to everything in this film, but not she's not the key to everything. You know,
She's not Ray. She's not a Ray.
No, she's not Ray. No one is 100% on point here. Everybody makes mistakes. And it's just, I thought it was just really well
Except the dog.
Except the dog. The dog,
yes, the dog is go.
I love the dog.
Yes,
the dog's
and that
awesome.
actually means in Old Irish, dog. In case you're wondering what the name stands.
So they named their dog dog.
They named their
a
dog.
lot of people
dog.
do that.
Yeah.
So the opening credits, and I know it's the names and all the bullshit, but even the opening credits were really nice to watch. I loved the animation in this movie. I thought it was spectacular.
It's incredible.
Very cool. Very good animation.
And this is where
you can basically stop this at any point, and it's just still great to look at.
Well, it's even more incredible when you realize that this is hand drawn.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't know how many years it took them. So this is a 2014 movie. And it does have, it has elements of the director / writer's life in it. I think, in a story like this, blending it with the legends of old. And here we have the little girl and her mom. Like I said, and it goes through the window almost like The Crow did. And it's her and her son.
It's her and her son. She's teaching him.
And look what she's painting. It's a seal. And there's Koo the dog.
Yeah.
What she's doing, she's passing on the lore and her generational knowledge, which is something that we as a society should be doing with our children, teaching them our history and our stories and all these kinds of things, which we kind of do on this show. We talk about movies and sometimes comics and animation and games and stuff.
I'm already starting to tear up just thinking about this. This movie gets to me like in a big way. There's so much stuff in here, like when your mother. Whatever. They just convey it so well. This isn't even a movie yet. This is like flashes. You know what I mean? And you're already getting a depth of a story with the mother. She's pregnant.
Yes.
She's teaching her son, in a way what she is without telling him what she is,
And here's the important thing about this is the movie cannot be successful without the knowledge that she teaches him.
Yes.
She passed on
the oral passing of knowledge.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is the way many cultures, that's the way all cultures used to do it, and many still do.
And specifically traditional
it was big
songs.
with the Irish, though.
Yeah. Well, Irish. The reason why a lot of ancient cultures were lost, the Celtic culture, the Germanic cultures, and all that, was because they were oral. They were passed down by story, and until, regardless of what you think of the Christianization and Islamization of the world, until people from those cultures came and wrote down those old stories, they were getting lost as time passed.
Correct.
And here we have this beautiful family, dad, son, mom with a little sister cooking. And she's having some clear. Oh, be back later. Oh, you're going to finish it. Okay, yes, please do. And here's Copa with actually. I love how Uncle Ron was chilling his. Those are my kids. Oh wait, actually, you know what, Copa? I know you're joking, but Song of the South
It's a great film.
It's a great
film.
and it does relay a history of a people, and they want to erase it. They want to erase that part of history, and it's unfortunate because the people making those decisions are clearly not the people who are impacted by that. When people could say, yes, these are our stories from this time, and they want to make that go away because that's the modern era. But it's good to have you here, Copa. Copa, if you don't mind, please tell your Twitter friends that we are here and we are live. We are not broadcasting on Twitter to tell them that ourselves right now. And here's this. This shell is a major key element of the movie. And yes, you can hear the ocean. You know, he's just a little feller.
And the movie has so many themes about so many different things. Like the mother is very mystical and spiritual and kind of unknowable in a way. And you can see, just look at the husband. He's totally enamored with her, and they have such a beautiful family, and how these things change. So it's like it speaks to the mystery of women, I guess, as well. You know what I mean?
Well,
that's kind of the feeling.
There's that, and there's also as the movie plays out, Ben, his family is actually they're how would I say, they're represented in other characters throughout all of these myths.
Right, exactly. Yes.
And this picture
people they encounter
is the movie. This picture, and when we get through the whole thing with the owl, the weeping king, and the little fairy folk, you get it all right here. And the Silky, the mother, it's all captured in this one beautiful shot.
Just to explain what a Selkie is and why the plot of the film. A Selkie is not a human who could turn into a seal. It's sort of a fairy seal that can be a human for a limited amount of time. So that's important for the story to make some sense. You know?
Yeah, I have some questions which I'm sure you'll be able to answer, which I get confused about, and we'll get to those.
Yeah.
I have only watched it the one time. I plan on watching it again though because I loved it so much.
Mm-hmm.
So mom's telling him the bedtime story and talking about his sister who's on the way, and we're going to be best friends. I'm going to be the best big brother, all the things, and these are the hopes and dreams of a child right now, captured in a moment, and that moment quickly comes to a close. She's having the pains. She's weeping, and basically I think it's just, I'm sorry, and then she leaves. And look, I mean, again, the frames, just panel for panel in this, are beautiful.
So, single frames tell a story. Like the whole movie tells a story, but you can look at single panes in this and get a story just from some of the images. You know.
So Tom Moore also directed this. And the bar actually is I think the Gaelic version of his name is the bar that we see in the movie.
Also, the music. Wow.
Oh my God.
Incredible.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's absolutely outstanding.
Now, I will say, if you love the music in this, the music in Wolfwalkers is actually better.
Noted.
So now we have this passage of time. We don't really, we know it's been a few years. The dog is fully grown, and the boy is sitting there. And that's Mom's stories is what's written on the book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's committing the oral stories to paper. Like he's trying to write them down so that they're still around.
If you look at the time difference and stuff and how old the little sister is, I think he's about 9 or 10.
Yeah, because she's like
6.
Right?
It takes place about 6 years after the mother dies / disappears.
Right, and so he was either 4 or 5-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he's here, sharing the story of the giant.
That's Mac Lear, and these are his companion dogs, right?
No. And his giant dogs walking across the ocean.
Yeah.
And there's his little sister. She pops up.
Mhm.
And for, I guess I would say about the first half of the movie, maybe a little bit more, he is a complete dick to his little sister. Now, you have to look at context though.
Well, yeah, because I mean, it kind of comes off initially as just a annoyed older brother that doesn't want to deal with his little sister, but once you actually get the context later on, it makes so much sense.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, she cannot speak as well. And also, she's breathing in his ear right now, and he's saying, "For someone who can't talk, you sure are loud." Or for someone who can't talk, you sure are loud. And she's trying to hold her nose.
I just want to say for the simple artwork in their faces, the expression they come across is great.
Yeah,
it just reads really well.
The other aspect about his character is that it's hard to see now, but he always wears a life vest and a cloak and like a cape, and he's afraid of going in the water.
Yes.
And that, as we'll see as the movie goes on, that harkens back to what happened to his mother. And that's also why he kind of doesn't like his little sister. He blames her for the mother going away.
Yep.
Because it's never really fully explained, like what happened.
No, until much later.
Right.
That's the thing about this, and I mean, I'm trying to give my whole final take on this at the end, but this movie is how you could say to yourself when you watch the movie, how much of it was real and how much of it is a metaphor, right? And
correct.
Because this could have been all in his head in a way, if you think about it, right? But it could have been a real experience, it's the whole, if you guys ever heard of Joseph Campbell and the Power of Myth, Star Wars, and all, if you ever read how certain myths and legends and stories are timeless because they convey things that are archetype. They're important to us. And this one to put, what the boy goes through in this movie is a timeless human experience, and which I'll again say my take to the end and see what people,
So I want to point out something in this scene, which actually is going to matter later. If you look at the rocks, you see clearly carved markings on a lot of the rocks. And if while you're watching, you don't really notice this, but it does matter, and you'll notice it later. So just as a thing to pay attention to.
Yeah.
So the little girl sees the seals. There's like a whole bunch of them out there. They're all like, "Hey, what's up, girl?" And she's drawn.
How's it again?
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Hello, Nadia.
I do want to say a quick thing
Always
on her character, on Saoirse, I think is how it's pronounced.
Saoirse.
Saoirse. That's right. Saoirse. Yes,
It's hard pronunciation.
She doesn't speak, and it's really easy to just play that lazily in the audio. But they give her little sounds, like little things, like when her brother like snaps at her and she like smacks her lips and like pouts and like huffs. It's like little things like that that still gets audio across. I think is really well done without being like in your face, super obvious.
Well, it's also it's nonverbal acting from someone's doing the voice acting.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and it's a cartoon. Or an animated feature. But as an animated feature, you're not getting the full range of, what a human face can do. But my God, they convey an awful lot of emotion in these simple animated faces. The movie, as Squeaka noted in her comment earlier, I'm bawling my eyes out. They convey an incredible amount through these animated characters. Yeah. So she's going out. She's enthralled with the seals.
And our guest
she's going
AJ
out to
is
see
here.
them.
AJ,
is AJ here?
What up?
Yes.
What?
AJ.
AJ.
We're gonna do a brief pause, my friends, while we introduce our good friend. While I bring my good friend back, who I didn't mean to yeet out. Let's see. Can I do this? There we go.
There he is.
Oh no, I got rid of my introduction sheet. I'm sorry, I have to lean over and grab it because I am old.
Whatever will we do?
Man, I thought you memorized these intros.
No, there's too many guests. Too many guests. He hates Lord of the Rings, but loves the Lion King. His takes are so hot they singe his werewolf fur. He is Abomination AJ, coming in a little late, but I'm glad he is here. Welcome, AJ. How are you?
I'm good. Appreciate the invite. I haven't seen this since college. I didn't know about this as a kid, but a lot of weirdos I went to school with put me on to this. And I was appreciative. I liked it. Y'all was just talking about
it's cool, right? Did you like it better than the buddies in the Road Warrior?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I watched this a million times before I watch a Mad Max movie again.
All right.
Yes. Zax is now scolding me for things he has told me a million times over.
So
we're still.
You've seen this before?
Yeah, this was my second
like
time.
a while ago. Okay, awesome.
I'm enamored with the movie. I was just thought it was fantastic.
Of course, I love the sheepdog.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's awesome.
Cool is a great character.
Yeah. Big old doofy, goofy Coo.
I mean, I don't care for him like training them because I don't know. I've seen the big goofy ones that don't want to do anything, and then I just had one who was like actually a sheepdog, so he would like kind of watch over the kids. So that was the problem that the owners were having. He doesn't know how to stop being a dog, and he's like always on patrol when the kids are out.
Thank you.
I will say, Coo's bark in this movie is verbatim of how my dog sounds. And there was a couple times when he was barking, my instinct was go, shut up.
So right now, Ben is
movie.
chasing his little sister out into the sea, and Ben's terrified of the sea, and everything he thinks is going to happen happens. Except, the water's only like 3 foot deep. Look at Sunchi is standing there. Koo is just like, "What are you doing, dude?" And Ben's flailing about like he's in 10-foot deep water. It's hilarious.
So wait. So is this what Roman would look like if you drag him into Olive Garden?
Yeah.
Actually,
Yes.
similar, except I'm covered with marinara and breadstick.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, this is what everyone else looks like.
Everyone's like, stop, just stop. But Ben is being a real dick to his sister. And like I said, you don't fully grasp why he's being a dick, but he is for a long time. Look at that. And again, look at the rocks, look at the carvings in the rocks, and just the scene is so. You get a lot out of this. I mean, the artwork in this is incredible. Any one of these would be wonderful to have as a poster on your wall.
Yeah.
And here she comes. You can almost hear the Jaws music playing. And so what I really appreciate what they did with Dad here. So he suffered a tremendous loss with his wife.
Right. Okay, let me point this out, Roman, because if you catch it now, it completely makes sense that Dad is the weeping giant, because just look at the way his posture is.
Yes.
Well, you're supposed to catch it by the voice actors and the way they're depicted. Right. It's important to understand. Well, I mean, I'm glad to say it. This movie is the best metaphor I've ever seen. For a little boy trying to grieve his dead mother. Okay, it's profound. And obviously the story is a little more complicated, but there's a reason they did all this stuff. This is a 10 out of 10 to me. I know I'm gonna give my assessment at the end. I'm going to say it again and again. It's just amazing. And look at the details in the clouds. You can even see
this. It almost looks like it's moving, even though this is a freeze frame. It's so beautiful.
Dad is sad because he lost the wettest vagina he ever had.
Oh my God.
Wow. We were
AJ's only been here for like a minute. already falling apart.
No, I
folks.
would have. I relate to this character. No brown skin needed.
Well, actually, I mean, but this is relatable across anybody. Anybody who's lost somebody can understand this movie.
The other thing is how the father interacts with the children, but he also interacts with his mother,
Mhm.
and how he's clearly suffering from depression.
Clearly.
Right, almost to like maybe a clinical sense, because of what's happened.
And it's a double-edged sword, because on the day that he has to celebrate his daughter's birthday is the day that he's mourning his wife's departure.
Right, exactly.
Right.
And that informs he doesn't really take an assertive role at all in almost anything in the movie, until it is very important. But he's very passive about everything. He just, his grandmother's like, you need to do this. He's like, okay. And so
he's having difficulty grieving too.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
That's what I mean. It's because of all that. He's not like his normal self.
Yeah.
Well, also, Ben seems to be the dad. Connor seems to treasure his daughter more.
Well,
he's paying a lot more attention to her, and I think it's the connection to the mother and all the events that happen as to why that is. And it's a sad reality of the passing. He's dealing with it as best he can, trying to put the pieces together. He's not doing a great job of it, frankly.
Well, also, Ben perceives it that way because he is so withdrawn. He's not connecting to his dad. So he sees the minimal interaction of his dad with his sister as a lot more, because he's isolating himself emotionally.
Correct.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, I'm going to ask a question, and you can probably answer this. The granny in this, who has an incredibly hard Irish name to pronounce. Did you ever watch Father Brown?
Father Brown Mysteries?
Yes.
I've seen some of them. Fiona Flanagan, she's been in a ton of stuff. I mean,
because her voice is so familiar to me.
She was oh God, off the top of my head. The Others, she was in The Others. She was in Tears of the Sun as the nun. She was in that movie Four Brothers, about the brothers who got revenge on the dude who assaulted them when they were older, the kids. She was in
Bonanza. She was in a Bonanza episode
a long time ago, I guess. Yeah.
Look at this frame though, and look at the car. The car is foreshadowing.
I want to mention,
which is fantastic.
I also want to mention this. I mean, just the sound the car makes, just the ricketiness of it, the very rough sounding. It's almost like a harbinger of she's coming, because she's very, very harsh, very demanding, very just kind of crass with everyone here. So the sound of the car lets you know what she is like.
And Ben's face right here, that tells you pretty much the whole thing.
But if you look at her as a whole, she's technically not a villain.
Here's what everyone will recognize her from. Data's mom in the Star Trek episode where Data's mother appears.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But like I said, so in a lot of movies, you got like the Cruella de Vil's and stuff, and they're like the villain. She's not really a villain. If you listen to what she's saying, it kind of all makes sense. Like a lighthouse with him by himself, with these two without a mother, might not be the best atmosphere for him, especially with him in the conditions.
Copa, I am
right.
So,
but I'm happy he's here.
Yeah.
No,
so I'm just saying this, that she doesn't roll in, and she's not a villain. Like, she tells the little girl here, "Hey, you should dress up for your birthday because you only turned 6 once."
That's right.
Well, that is true.
I guess I can understand the clinical depression more now since you said that, Shieldwall, because at first the granny was just annoying, and they always think they know best, I guess, whatever. But I guess her saying is, yeah, my son might be depressed, he lost someone, and he's kind of like secluded himself to this island, not dressing up the kids, kind of like how people see like a hoarding situation,
Right.
where they're not giving like if it's animals, they're not giving them the best care besides the basics that they need.
The father is a lighthouse keeper.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So he has that responsibility, but this mirrors the story of how do you say it, Mac Lear?
Yeah,
Where he's making the ocean from crying. And
he suffered such a loss.
Right. He suffered such a loss. And then the grandmother mirrors the other character who we'll see later. Right.
Yeah.
Who does this thing that appears to be evil, but it's in her own way to try to help.
No, and that's you're 100% right. It's the motivations of the characters are the key to it. Their actions seem dark, but their motivations are kind but misguided. So now we've got Saoirse coming in here, looking at the shell.
Saoirse,
which, like I said, Saoirse. Here, it's
Saoirse.
the young Irish daughter who is a seal. And
also this. I mean, so Ben has almost like this shrine set up.
Yes.
To remind him of his mom. You don't touch this. This is sacred. You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he gets like genuinely mad when she takes it.
And he complains to his father, "Hey, she's stealing my stuff." And he's
look at this image right here. It just
the
background.
You right there.
Yeah. Yep.
You have the juxtaposition of the two grieving men.
The owls hovering over him.
Again, every image in this is beautiful.
And look at the handprints on the wall behind his leg there.
I was just looking at that shield wall.
I think that's his. Is that the son and the mother's handprints? Or?
That's what I was thinking for marking the work.
Yeah.
So Grandma has gone to a good bit here, getting everything prepped, and it's fun. They got fizzy drinks. That looks like that drink that PJ made me drink.
Yeah,
Iron Brew. That looks like Iron Brew.
That was the fizzy boobala.
There's Koo, and he brings the cake. Everybody's happy. The old lady setting up the camera shot, and Ben is a dick. And he gets in a lot of trouble for this. It's like, what the hell, dude?
Telling you.
Is my black name Jana. I don't understand what's going on, but that's okay. I don't understand a lot of things, and I'm comfortable with that. I am very old.
If they would have just had breadsticks, they would not have had that problem.
Now look at the background on the other side. There's the mother, the whole that image is important. Yeah.
So Ben's pissed off, and look at this with the lighthouse. And while you're watching the movie the first time, you may miss this, but over here you have McLear, the grieving king, and it's beautiful. I mean, that's again, hand
drawn.
Yeah,
it's just incredible. And yeah, she's pissed off. She's like, "Where you?" Because he wants to go off to the bar and have a drink. He's like, "I want to have a pint."
It's because it's the anniversary of his wife disappearing.
Right. Again, not shocking.
And it's interesting the story that Ben tells Saoirse.
Yes, the story of Maka.
The owl witch.
The owl witch. and how her son was grieving. And then she sent
Mhm.
the owls to turn him to stone.
To take away his grief.
But not only
Yeah.
that, his grief was flooding the world. If he
Right.
would keep
Well-
crying, it would have flooded everything.
But the way Ben tells us, he tells it like a horror story that she killed
Right,
her
right.
own son.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then she turned all
And
the
now
other
the
fairies.
owls
Yeah.
come and steal your feelings and turn you to stone.
And
On
right,
Halloween.
That's what they do on. Yeah, and Halloween's going to be the next day.
Yes.
And they have these jars, and they take all of your emotions and they put them in there, and you turn to stone, which is a metaphor for becoming, unemotional.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
dead
cold
inside,
and dead
exactly.
inside.
Yeah.
Bottling up your emotions.
Right.
Is that what Jeff Lynne was talking about? No.
That's
See, and now,
That's a mildly
right here,
obscure reference for a lot of people, but I appreciate it myself.
right here,
Yes.
Ben has clearly scared his sister, and I think he feels a little bit of regret, like, okay, maybe I went a little too far.
That
Oh
was-
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And now we really see him.
God,
anyone,
that
anyone with a
is
younger
beautiful.
sibling will know
That's so
kind of
cool.
when they genuinely pushed it too far. Like it's always
That is a beautiful picture
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
I'd love to have that as a poster.
Mm-hmm. And so Connor has taken the ferry over the ferry,
To the mainland.
the wee people to head to the pub. And again, the name of the pub is actually that's the director Moore in Gaelic.
And I don't know
And
if
you
you're
can-
I don't
again,
know
look
if you,
look at the silhouette. Look at the silhouette.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Just this is brilliant stuff.
I don't
Right,
know if
and
you
it's-
have the have the frame. Oh yeah, that frame right there. Eventually, we see him. We never see him take a drink, and eventually he just pushes it away. Like he couldn't even find enjoyment in that.
Yeah.
I just
No
here's
solid.
Well,
and-
so the mythological significance here, Mana McLear, he's the god of an island that is known for its hospitality, infamously for great drinks and great food. And if
Damn
you
it,
get to that
Wes.
island, you're safe and everything. So that's symbology with the lighthouse being safety in the ocean. And this is a god who's supposed to celebrate things, and instead he's not celebrating at all. So the mythological symbolism is pretty apparent.
right, and also, and a thing that I've also noticed about this film is, yes, it's animated. Yes, it's very much a family friendly film. It's something you can sit down with your kids, but it's not dumb.
No,
It's not a
yes.
No.
No, the themes in it, while presented in a family-friendly fashion, are very adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're dealing with a lot of things here that many
This is
of
a very
us
heavy film.
and-
This is very heavy.
It is. No, and for first-time watchers, if you're an emotional person, you're probably going to cry. There's almost no way you don't.
I kind of teared up at the end. It
Yeah, I
happened.
mean,
My
that's what
black little
Squeak
heart.
was talking about. Squeaka was, and I get it. The end of this movie, I was like, oh my god. And I'm in my kitchen, with my earbuds in, and the dog
Cool.
annoying the crap out of me. Cool is the true hero of the film, I think.
So,
he's got one
AJ,
of the best
so-
scenes later.
He's
So,
great.
AJ, is that how big sheepdogs sleep? Are they basically like another couch to sleep against?
I've never slept with one. I'm not a fan of sleeping with my dogs, man.
Okay.
Another myth busted here on Roman of the Empire, folks.
Gotcha.
I mean, they're soft. They're definitely soft.
She steals the shell again. She's having a moment.
And just so adorable. But she's so adorable, though.
She is.
And when she plays the music of the shell, it makes these little magic lights. And the little magic lights are a guide.
Mm-hmm.
And she realizes that she's like, I'm going to follow these little bastards. And this, man, again, so this is her dad's room. You look at it below, there's the glasses and just kind of the whatnot. Her mom's picture is turned over, because it's too much for her dad to take. That's a lot.
Right.
But she finds this freaking key. In the box with
Glow.
the magic
Glowing.
runes on it.
The runes, right?
Yeah.
And she finds a coat. And it's luminescent. She glows in it, and she becomes. As soon as she puts it on, she becomes magical.
She's alive. I mean, she is just like, yay!
Yeah. Now she can be, well, as we find out at the end, she is a human who could become a Selkie, but it's not permanent yet. As far
Because
as
she's a half.
well, yeah, changelings have to choose to live in one of two worlds eventually.
Spoilers.
Again, following her down to the sea. This again, and it's every frame of this film is beautiful. And I love it when the seals pop up. The seals are like hilarious because they just keep, they're doing their thing.
Yeah,
kind of like
what's up,
seals.
girl?
Yeah.
And again, we look at the rocks. Look at the rocks behind her. It's all, everything tells a story.
The question that I had throughout the whole movie is okay, she's obviously the daughter of the mother, and why she has these abilities and stuff. But I was like, is the son the daughter of the mother, or is she like a stepmom or something?
No,
It never says
He's
that.
the son.
He is the son. So
I think it's because I think it's the females.
No.
No?
She made the choice for him already. Is the metaphor?
Oh.
He's already so okay. So just to give a little, Mana McLear's wife is the sea goddess Fand. Okay, and so that's why they're using a Selkie, because it's more of a folklore than the more ancient thing, right? So she has to be in the sea, but she chose as long as possible to be on the land, and so she wanted her husband to have a son because a man must have a son to continue his line. Remember the lineage we're talking about. So he's already bound to the land, right? So he the other world in the mythological sense, the other world is lost. His code is gone, so to speak. If you want to, she took his code away. You know, if you want to use the end.
gotcha.
And,
yeah, because I was
That seal in the middle, just like, oh, this could be fun. That look on his face.
Yeah.
I was wondering
I love the seals. The seals are great.
Yeah.
if his mother is, if he's also the son of his mother, then shouldn't he have some kind of powers as well? But
he's fully human now. He's already
right,
past
right.
that point.
But he carries all the knowledge that she passed on to him.
Mm-hmm.
Which
And
is
here's the
what
change.
makes her important.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So she's a girl.
Yep.
She's a seal. And she's this brilliant white.
What up?
glowing
Oh,
seal.
that is so cute. It's a baby harp seal. I just want to make a coat out of
Remember,
it.
when we first see Ben and the mother in flashbacks, he's about 4 or 5 when she's born, right? So she's 4 or 5 now, and she's drawn to the sea. So
She's
that's
6.
when 6. No, is she? This is 6
She's
years.
6.
After,
It's her
yes,
sixth
6 years.
birthday.
She's 6 years. So this would be the point at which her mother, if she was would have taken the code away if his mother was still there, but for reasons in the movie, the mother had to return to the sea. You know.
Gotcha.
I love this shot or this panel, with the whale. Man, it just, again, every bit of this, the animation is brilliant, and you actually you get a certain I don't know, when she starts swimming with the seals, you feel you feel good. It's like, this is meant to be. It evokes a certain emotion in you, which this movie does throughout. It grabs you by whatever emotion it wants to. She jumps out of the water.
I love that shot.
That's a great shot.
With the moon. Yeah, they just so. Why can we not have more movies like this in any form?
Well, there are 4 more of them.
Oh, here we are again. And what we call this is Roman on Friday night.
That is Roman in Las Vegas. What are you talking about?
that's a little that's true.
Hopefully your posture is better than that, Roman.
Not
It
by
depends
much.
on how many
old,
drinks.
AJ.
I've seen him drunk, so no, it's
I like
not good,
these little scenes of like the magic of the world that's left in the world is slowly waking up
Yeah.
because
Right.
she's like
Yep.
discovered who she really is,
Yeah.
even though she doesn't realize it yet.
And how things in
Ireland, like you have this mound
Get
in
the
the
fuck out.
middle of a
This-
roundabout.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the mound, the mound in the
Yeah,
round.
but it's
Whoa,
ancient.
whoa,
That was
go back, go right
I
there.
saw
Go right
that.
there.
I was
I'm
dying.
it's basically like get the fuck out, humans.
Yes.
I'm just like
Well, see,
Heck off.
and if I understand some at least like local traditions, that even today some people will build little houses around trees and in nature and such for like the elves and things like that that live out there. So this is not actually unusual to
It's
see,
a
in my
government thing.
opinion.
The government, it's illegal.
it's beard, and this is beard.
To bulldoze anything
Yes.
like fairy circles.
His future.
But all the magic is waking up. That's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
And also, we've kind of
Oh,
touched on a
that
couple of the
is-
characters that
That's
are.
gorgeous. That is a gorgeous
Yeah.
shot as well.
We've touched on some of the characters that have the same voice actors and the same designs
Right.
of other beings, but I think the ferryman has the same face and probably voice actor for the old
Yes.
man with the beard. And I'm kind of wondering
yeah.
where that connection is, because like he's got the thread that connects like everybody's life, and the ferryman is like the thread from them on the island to the mainland. Kind of thing.
That's on purpose. No, you
Yeah.
noticing it. That type of stuff is on purpose.
So she wakes up. She has that. Oh my God, something's wrong. I have to wake up.
But yeah, and but
Okay.
notice her hair.
All right, Squeaka.
but you notice her hair like fans out like almost like wings.
Mm-hmm.
No, and she has the sharp features.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I didn't point it out earlier because everybody else was making much better points, but the license plate on her car is 0W45. And if you separate the 4 into 2 parts, that reads Owl Is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Boom.
So
Seal.
they're not subtle about it. They want you to get it.
Yeah.
Right.
So the grandma knows she's gone, and then she washes up on the beach in her, and then she's freaking out. And the guys are like, all right, I got to get out of here.
Where's she freaking out for? Oh no, it's grandma. Run.
But now that she's touched this magic, it's part of her, and
Yeah,
it's going
right.
to be, and it becomes a little bit of a problem for reasons to come.
Oh, okay. So this is why she's starting to fade away, and the sun didn't.
As long as
he wasn't one of them.
she's a changeling. She's born of both, so she's acting human, so the magic doesn't draw her in, so to speak. But she's going to be drawn to the sea, which is why the grandma knows the old lore, so he wants her away from the water, hoping that she's going to get drawn to the sea and then the magic awakens.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Did that? It. You know, she kind of made her choice. So
You were saying
Well,
that
when she put on the coat, she touched the magic, and that was the change moment. If she'd never done that, none of this would have happened.
Yeah,
At
and
least I
the
don't
effects
accept it.
the effects right now, we don't realize what's going on. You just hear her grandma say, "Oh, you've caught a cold," 'cause she like sneezes or whatever, but it's immediately having a negative effect on her health.
And
Like
so the
having
grandma's like,
separated.
yeah. And she freaks out. She's like, I'm taking them to the city. I'm taking them to the city. There's no more arguments about it. I'm taking them with me. Again, look at that. Look at that. It's just freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
And now Connor kind of freaks out here. And he throws the coat in the box into the sea. And the key separately. Which, okay. Clearly that won't come back to haunt us later in the film.
yes. Also, you think, maybe it sounds like the mom and the dad were together for long enough to raise the boy for a little bit, that she might have given him some bit of a rundown on this to maybe avoid this situation. But then again, if we if they did, we wouldn't really have a movie. But I'm just
Tell him that why he found her on
Well,
the beach.
I think he knew, which is why he was keeping her away from her coat, because that was the connection that could kick off having to eventually say goodbye to her at some point.
They never really clarified how they met. The father and the mother.
Yeah,
I
mean it's kind
materially
of one of those
unimportant,
tropes, though. Like
Yeah.
like a creature of the sea, the lonely lighthouse guy.
Yeah, kind of
Look,
like
if I'm locked in a
like
lighthouse most
Aquaman.
of my life, and a pretty woman washes up on the shore and says, "Hey," I'm gonna say, "Hey," back.
Yeah, I'm not asking questions.
Yeah.
So Ben does not want to go. He and Ku are like on top of the lighthouse. He's like, I am not doing this. I am not leaving. Not going.
There's no reason for him to go.
And he's like, and because she won't let him take Ku with them.
Look at those big old paws.
Which is really making him sad, because that's like his only real friend.
Yeah.
Cannoli, hello, sir. How are you? Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. Always love the cannoli. And now the dad's tying Ku to a rock. Ben's like, I am not leaving. Look at the look. He's just a man who is lost.
Yeah, he's just so disconnected from life. He's not even bothering to take control of his own family. He's just letting his mom come in.
And he yells at him here. Because he's like, because he said, I don't want to leave. I'm not leaving Ku. And his dad just like blows up on him. He's like, stop it. And then he catches himself, though. And it kind of freaks everybody out. And Ben actually shows emotion. And he puts his hand in. And it's really sad.
How do y'all feel about the because he does yell? I guess he just like really couldn't handle all the emotions at the moment. But then that part right there, he takes the hand. I mean, I think it would have been better if maybe he just like pat the son on the head. But because when you grab his hand, it's like, I don't want to make this decision. Like, I really don't want you to go. And I think that just makes it worse.
Well, I think it plays to the themes that we see later on, because his mother, as the Maka analog, is taking away an emotional burden from him. So it's like he doesn't really want to let it go, but she's taking it from him because she thinks it's what's best for him.
And she's not doing it to be mean or whatever. I mean, she loves her son.
No, she thinks this is what
she's trying to help.
Yeah, she just.
Although I should point this out, why is the Maka and Granny being a disruptive force? Maka is a war goddess, so she's disruptive by nature. Just so you get,
Ku
is not happy.
I'm not having this
problem with this part. They're essentially just letting him abandon this animal, which is not. Even though it's spoken for, there's like a bonding thing, like when you have, it's essentially his dog,
a boy and his dog,
Yeah, you can't do that.
I'm gonna disagree only because, like, the grandma did explain, like, you would have been putting the responsibility on the grandma too to take care of a dog, and I've seen that go totally south. And then he was going from a wide open spaces to a city.
Yeah, we are seeing this story from the perspective of a child, so Ben obviously doesn't understand
that there aren't real world reasons why they shouldn't be doing it. I'm saying also he didn't have to go.
Yeah, I was thinking that before. Like, you could have just let the daughter went and the son stayed.
No, but that's the metaphor of the mother taking away anything that's causing the son grief.
Yeah.
The mouse has entered the stream. Squeaka, how are you?
Roman.
Oh, Squeaka.
Oh no.
I know it's rough, right?
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Oh heavens.
Well, you like the movie, obviously, but it does punch you in the heart.
Yeah, I loved it. Well, I've seen Secret of Kells, but Yeah. Yeah.
I
Oh.
told you to stick with it.
No, it's
Well,
tough.
okay.
The first watch through this is tough. There's a lot of emotion. Right now, Ben is losing it because he couldn't take Ku with him, and that's what the old fairy master is like. What's going
the
on?
old
What's
witch.
wrong? Yeah, the old
Oh,
witch.
the old
Yeah.
witch.
Yep, and that's that face.
Yeah, that
Well,
was
and
fake.
There they are.
he also points out the fact that look at the seals. There haven't been seals around
Yep.
here in forever, which is another nod to like the nature and the magic in nature waking up again.
Also, the
They
name
are
of the
there
ship,
to escort her.
is what is it? The name of the ship actually is important because it is Music of the Sea, is the name of the ship in
Yeah.
Gaelic.
Well, I want to do more research, but a fun fact is, I was watching this. You know how Norse mythology has its runes? Well, Irish has the Awam, and that's why there's a lot of straight lines, like in the trees and just in the backgrounds. And I feel like that's a good tie-in, because if you look at them, like where there could be curves, like in the warping of the wood and things like that, they're straight lines.
Yeah,
And I feel
yeah.
like that
There's a
has some
whole
callbacks to that.
there's a whole alphabet, and I mean technically there's 3 surviving versions with Celtic, with Gaelic, Scottish, and Welsh. Like it's a whole thing with I guess you would say the Celtic runes, if you want,
Right.
Yeah, they're
and
called
later-
Awam.
Yeah.
At later points, you see there are circles with a straight line to another circle, and then there's hash marks coming off of it. I think that's a calendar.
So go back one, Roman. Go back one. So this is a 2D animation, right? But because of the way they draw the hill, they give the impression that this is a 3D, visually. There's a name for that. Like they use the way they draw it to visually make
Perspective.
force perspective, I guess you would say. To say even though it's a
The
2D
way they
drawing, it looks 3D.
Draw the road and
Yeah.
No, yeah, because the pier looks like it's jutting out. You get the entire feel of this.
Well, the winding road is what makes the whole thing. If that road was straight,
It narrows and twists. Yeah, 100%.
And it's raining. That's what my eyes did the whole movie.
Aw.
I'm sorry, Squeaka.
It's okay.
And seals.
The first time I watched this, I cried halfway through half of it.
And here we are, the fairy taking the kids in. He's like, "Oh, good luck."
There was a circle
we
of
have-
stones on the hill too. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that. So here we go back here. You're right here,
Uh-huh.
almost like a Stonehenge kind of thing going on there.
I noticed that none of the seals sang "Kiss from a Rose," and I was surprised by
True.
that.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah.
Oh no.
God, take me now. Take me now.
I like this that Ben is just so determined to get back. He's mapping everything as they
Yes.
go.
Oh,
everything. Yeah.
Oh, I love the map too. I love that map. Burnt car.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
burnt car. That's
Weird hill.
me too. Burnt car.
map that a smart child would make. Like,
And if you actually pay attention to the map, they don't focus on it for very long, but there are things in there that they revisit even when they're not following the map later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
no, this was so well done.
And that the map was actually legible by the bus driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
true. Oh, I know this.
Oh, we can get to here. Yeah, we can.
He was like, look, I can only get you about this far.
Well, see, it is also telling that his map is to get back to his dog, not to his dad.
Yeah. Right.
Did you see all her
doesn't
jars
care.
on her dashboard, like the owl lady? I know you were talking about how she
Yeah.
reminds you of the
Yeah.
owl lady.
Uh-huh.
All her little jars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
There's
got little
always
snacks,
seems
random stuff
to
in
be-
it, but yeah.
There's always little jars around where she is in the scene.
Oh, I
Weird
didn't know
shape.
that.
Weird shape.
Yeah.
Burnt
car.
car. There it is.
I like
Big
how
road.
he
That
knows
made
the
the
word
biggest impression to
pylons.
me.
I mean, he knows what a pylon is.
And when they get
Yeah.
as soon as they show up in Dublin, though, it's like, what a shithole.
They really make you feel it by drawing all that low hanging like smog
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
And now we are in Halloween.
Oh, I just love
this
I just
song.
love the song. which also when you go into when they go into Maka's lair, this type of music is played.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
a dissimilar place.
Yeah, and
I do like
And very Catholic. Very
Yes,
Catholic
Yes.
here.
and very Catholic.
but it's
Everywhere you go, there's like those little very
Yes.
Irish Catholic pictures.
Yeah.
which,
Man, I
you know,
was- I didn't pay too much attention the first time I watched it. I was just like, okay, this is nice. But this second time I watched it from my phone, so I missed a lot of this stuff. Like this Jesus in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's
He
it's
starts-
just-
he
it's
puts
sa-
his
that's the
headphones
Sacred Heart
on
of
and-
Jesus.
Well, the interesting
Every
that's what-
Irish and Italian household has a Sacred Heart of Jesus painting in it somewhere.
Absolutely, it does.
well, the interesting
You know what I'm
symbology
talking
here.
about, Sammy.
Hey,
exactly.
black households have one too, but ours is brown. And it still has long, silky hair for some reason.
There it is in the background.
Because Jesus.
I love
lets
how
us
he
know,
puts
God.
his headphones on and starts rocking out.
Right.
And there's a
I'm not
rosary and
having
like a
this.
little palm braided cross. The
Right.
the straw cross at the top of the door though, that's actually Celtic.
So if you think about the imagery in the old home with all the folklore and stuff, and the imagery here, which is
Not
Christian,
that one on the door on the left.
right?
What?
The-
Oh, that one. There it is. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm a
If-
dummy.
so this is just like the historical transition from the old gods to Christianity. So he goes from a place where they're tied to the mythology, the old religion or whatever, to the place where they're tied to the new faith, the new way of life, so to speak. So you have the old Maka, and the new Maka, Granny, who do the same thing, which is saying that even though the religion changed, the culture didn't.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Oh,
So
it's a
she's
coat.
looking for a coat. She doesn't have the connection as to what it is.
Is
It's just she's
Narnia in
looking for a
there?
coat. And
Oh,
then she's doing her thing. And then there's
And, oh,
And
weird
and,
shape.
the mound.
At weird shape.
And on the
Keep
table
up,
next to her
fuck
while she's
off.
playing that, there's no need to go back. On the table while she's playing that, there are more bottles there, and they're specifically pill bottles, which
Oh,
I
I
think
saw that,
actually
yes.
that lends itself to the not dealing with emotions by using something to take it
Drugs.
away.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the owls are awake.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
And
Yeah, like I wasn't
what the
I wasn't
hell?
noticing how owl like this grandmother was.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
man. And she's trying to go back to the sea. She's doing what she was doing before, except
Right.
that she has a bathtub, and she's
she's like,
she's
What
flooding
are
the
you
bathroom.
coloring for?
And now it's this must be Connor's room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the
interesting-
roller coaster
interestingly-
poster.
It's decor.
See, and this is a weird way to lay out this image because
Yeah, these
what
are
we
the
see,
walls.
what we see around them is the
Yeah, the
walls,
walls
not the
and-
floor.
yeah.
right.
It's really cool. I love it. I would never have thought to do that.
Yeah, but is that a concert?
And there's a
poster?
Kiss poster too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rolling Stones.
Yeah, Rolling
That's
Stones.
Farrah Fawcett there.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
those of you
Farrah
who are
Fawcett.
of an age.
It is interesting.
I
that
had that poster, by the way.
it is
Everybody has that
interesting.
poster.
Oh,
I-
so
I-
this is
Must
I
have,
think we all
this is
did.
the father's old
Yeah,
room.
John
then.
Lennon poster.
I
Well,
wonder
yeah,
if
like-
I wonder if the director had that in his room. as a
Probably.
wall or something.
Well, yeah, it being their father's old room and being completely unchanged
Yeah.
goes back again
Yep.
to her just not being able to deal with things changing in her own life.
And
And
this
if
is
you're wondering,
1987, by the way. The
Yeah.
movie takes place in
yeah,
1987.
the mid '80s. Yeah, I have to say.
I would say that is kind of cool though. She's so religious, but she lets him have this secular imagery up.
Yeah, waiting for Meatloaf to come in and start singing and ripping him off the walls.
And she's ruined my best coat, ruined. And so she throws
Oddly
it
enough, it's
outside.
sealskin.
No.
I'm
Baby harp
sorry.
seal.
This is hilarious. She goes to throw it in the garbage, and there's like 3 little guys in there. She's like, "Go back to your families. Get out of there."
Yeah, they're
These
just
are
like,
the
are
fairies.
you the Selkie?
Yeah, they're like, "Get
I
away."
love, I love the leaf mustache.
Yeah, I was just gonna
It's
say.
so good.
Do you know
Yeah.
how awkward it is to like laugh so hard while crying so hard. Trust me, I can accomplish anything. I'm like
Yeah, these guys
bawling
were
and then I
great.
bust out. And I'm just like, just with a mustache. Look at him. Like
The Selkie's coat. We have the Selkie's coat. And then the brother's like, I am getting the F out of here. I am done with this bullshit.
Well, again, but okay, so he has his cape on, and then he puts his
3D
Put-
glasses on.
the 3D glass on. This is where he feels strong. He's now a superhero.
Yep.
Yep. Whenever he needs to be super brave, he puts on the glasses.
Yeah, but I charge you to run around doing anything wearing
Right.
glasses.
3D
He's
glasses.
running into
It
a
is.
lot of furniture.
Yeah.
Kind
it's
of like
on,
Roman
Baby
Drum.
Bear, it's on.
Bro,
True. Very similar.
He's adjusting his vision to see things we can't see with the glasses.
They are.
The three fairies.
They are wonderful, and the owls are coming. So he doesn't know she's following yet until he hears her breathing.
Which again, for someone who doesn't talk, her presence is very much felt.
Yeah, and it's a great callback to earlier, like
Mhm.
So he's tethered her so that she can't wander off now, which is funny.
Yeah, he's like, give me that. And she sneezes on it. It's
She
like, oh,
slobbers
never
all over.
mind.
He's like, oh, you're gross.
yeah, that was the truest big brother moment that I've had.
Yes.
It was like, don't touch. Oh, fine, just
That's it. It's over. Oh, you licked it.
I'm wondering if that statue of the lady with the cart and flowers or whatever, if that's a
Yes,
famous.
that's Molly. No, that's a real statue.
Yeah,
that's
that's what I thought.
Molly Malone. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think
Hang on. I actually have the notes. Just
basket.
because for reasons I can't begin to guess, I did that.
Put the lotion back in the fucking basket.
Because that's why they go. That's why they go there.
Or you get the hose.
Oh my.
No, you almost said it
No,
right.
that's
You have to
Molly-
say,
the
you have to
statue
say
is Molly
feckin'.
Malone.
Hose again.
Yeah.
So this is Dublin that they're in, and the statue is Molly Malone. It's a real statue in Dublin.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
So hard.
God damn it. So now you're seeing the magic again because she's playing the shell, the
The
magic
flute.
shell.
Right.
And he's caught one of the little bits of magic. He's like, oh, look what I got. And he starts chasing after them, dumpster with garbage bags and bottles and probably dead hooker parts in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
And then they just, this is hilarious though, because they're like, oh, it's the Selkie
Come with
Come with
us.
with us. And he's like, what the fuck?
Wait. What the?
He's still connected, so they just drag him.
And oh my God, yeah, he almost gets killed like twice. up
Almost
here.
gets creamed.
They kidnapped this child in broad daylight.
They did. Again, look at the rocks. With the what Squeaker, what are they called? Again?
Alum? Not the wavy
Alum?
lines. It's just this alum. It's the straight lines. Usually it's like
I'm
straight
not-
lines with hash marks. They like it almost looks like little branches.
Feck off. No,
Like up
you-
here. So like what's in the bushes?
Kinda.
Yes. Okay.
This is Roman's new background.
So was that the fake off? Was that a real language, or is that something made up for the movie?
Gaelic.
Get out, feck off, you
That's
no
how they say
humans.
the F word.
No humans.
Yeah, it's like a play on words. It's just
Just pronounce it differently.
Okay, so I'm like, I know they didn't get away with putting an actual curse
It's
word.
like saying frack in Battlestar
okay.
Galactica
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
We go into this little tunnel though, and what do we see immediately? The same drawings that his mother made in the room.
Which is telling us that he's on the right track.
Right.
Mhm.
But this is a
Oh, it's a
modern
bit of shit.
concrete drainage tunnel.
And then there's all these little stone men. And these guys are talking
Oh,
to him.
See the
Find
straight
out.
lines there?
Yeah,
from-
this is what I was talking
Oh,
Yeah,
about.
this is
All right.
this is it. I put a link
right,
in the
hey,
private chat.
talk amongst
that
yourselves.
has
I'll be right
some of
back.
it.
Oh, here we go. Look, boys. We found her. We found the silky.
Perfect.
Enter who? Enter who?
Right, they're talking about the coat, but yeah, this is the writing that they use. I also thought it was like you could do a calendar with it as well.
Well, funny enough, they with some of the crop circles that were fake, they look like crop circles too. It's like no,
Right.
I also found it to be very depressing that they have like a vaudeville style stage set up for their friends who have already been turned to stone.
Rock.
Yeah.
Right.
If I'm reading
They're
this thing
rocking
that
out.
Squeaka, they are. If I'm reading this thing that Squeaka linked, those rocks are red from the bottom up. Like, and if it goes over, then it goes over, and then you start reading down the other side.
Right, that's the
Oh.
picture that they showed in there. It went along the edge of the rock and just went around and
Yeah.
curved over top. Yeah, but notice that rock on the right. There's like a shovel or a spade, and there's a tire, like a truck tire behind it, like a big, that's the tread on that. That's a big industrial kind of tire.
Yeah, this is a sanctuary that they've built for themselves over the years as they've been. I think I got the impression they've been gathering up their petrified buddies.
Right.
Yeah, trying to protect them basically.
Yeah.
Right. Until the day that the Selkie can sing.
Until they can find the Selkie, and
Right.
but it's just like, but even still, like the part that depressed me is like they built this stage so they can perform for them musically, because like it's almost like they have no other thing that they can do to like appease their buddies while they're kind of in this form.
Well, we do see later that they're actually aware.
Yes,
because of the music,
which is
that
yeah, they're
she's
just
playing.
it's not a completely dead state. They're not just turned
Yeah.
stone; they are also stone. And so they start.
sorry,
So
there's
this
so many
they
jokes
start.
there.
They want to play her a song. They want to impress her, but they forget the words. I love this. It was just so beautiful. I mean, it's just this goofy little song, but it's about the legends.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, especially because I was never good at it and have really fallen out of practice, and it's mostly a display piece these days. But I actually do have one of those Irish drums that guy is playing. Also common in basically with any of the Celtic stuff and Scots and such as well. So.
But do you have a kilt? That's the real question.
Anything could be a kilt if you try hard enough.
Yes. I actually
does in the
almost
game.
bought one because it was really hot this summer, and my boss said that the men must wear pants, but the women could wear skirts. And I was like, well, what if I had a kilt for like my heritage? And she's like, well, I guess I couldn't stop you from doing that. And I was like, all right.
You
I'm
could
gonna be
just
balling
say,
it at the
I
office.
identify as a woman. I'm going to work.
Yes.
So she's playing. The magic is going, but the magic is also calling the owls.
Who?
The
owl.
And again, they're forgetting the words. The little brother and the older brother, I guess, is kind of shouting out, "What? What am I getting? I'm getting a warning. Why am I getting warning?
Oh, you've been a bad boy.
What did I do? Oh no, that actually came up when I was watching the movie. That wasn't even live. I was like, oh my god, it's all falling apart. It was a screenshot of when I got a warning.
But yes, his knowledge that he's had passed on to him from his mother is actually helping
Saves
them
the
out
day.
with knowing their songs.
Yeah.
Well, it's also nice symbolism too, because everybody but him is who has tried to sing a song like this has forgotten the words, and he is the younger generation who had this vocally passed down to him.
We'll go back.
So,
I love
like,
that.
he's
Look at
keeping
that.
it
I love
alive.
these
So
shots
like
of the
these fading older
stones.
generations are kind of losing their magic, and he's the one who's keeping it alive. So
Yeah.
he's
If
a walking symbolism of this verbal history.
If
Well,
you've
he's a
seen
clan
I
historian.
forget what they're called. But they're the chess pieces that they found like off the coast of Scotland. I forget what they're called, but that's what these guys remind me of.
Really?
Oh,
Those
right. Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
Viking chess set. where they had
Yeah.
these big shields and stuff. Yeah, they look just they kind of look like it.
Yeah, he says like,
And
"Oh,
then-
your fairies are like,
Oh,
no, we
no.
prefer to be called. See, the other ones, the good names, the Dinashi."
Yeah,
like
yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
We prefer. All right. Now the owls have ripped off the opening though, and they are looking like we are going to eat you.
Who?
Oh,
Who?
oh, this part.
Who
Oh,
goes there?
And they have jars.
and they
Yep.
have jars.
Yep, look in their little paws, or their claws, talons.
Talons.
They're owl feet.
We're coming for your souls. We're coming for you.
They are. So they're swinging away. They're
owl
trying to
says,
protect her, but then she gets scooped up almost
Daggers.
immediately.
Daggers, men. Protect the Selkie.
So you're swinging away. It's a really great scene. And then they drop her because everybody gets involved. And they pile into this pipe, but it's too late. It's too late for the fairy folk.
Oh, I had to pause at this part.
Oh.
They're getting their little soul sucked out.
When I
All
think
the
this
pain.
is,
Their faces. Oh my god, I can't handle it again.
this is the first
Go,
time the
find
audience
her.
sees it.
Find this goat. Oh, I want to keep singing.
Yep. And then each one loses, whatever emotion they have that's strong goes into the jar, and the owls take it away, and then they become stone.
So that one was feeling very gay before he.
Gay.
But apparently, that's what I got too. But then she plays the magic shell, and it frees them up just enough to give them. They get a little more information out of them, like magic. And then off the owls go, and now they're crawling out, and they pop out in the middle of Shitville.
Oh, we're on a bus.
I
Let's find the bus.
just saw a bunch of fairies back there. Yeah, there's a bunch of ghosts and goblins
Oh my
back
goodness!
there too, kid.
Look, Roman's helmet is on.
We
the
need to go
statue.
here.
Oh, it is.
That's awesome. It says its own Halloween costume. Check him out.
Right?
Yeah.
And then he
But
shows.
then you get more Catholic imagery. I actually have a statue very much like this in front of my house.
With a
Right.
Roman helmet on it.
Yeah, on your
No,
stream, Roman, your helmet is on that statue.
No, the Mother Mary,
Yeah.
you pagan assholes.
Well,
then-
we're not
oh.
the one who put a Roman helmet on it.
It could be Bridget. You don't know that.
And then we
Bridget
get.
was there
And then
first.
we need to go here. Oh, okay. Well, I can make a left at the bird card
I love
with
this.
the big road. I can get you here.
The weird shape.
I mean, all right. So they pay the fare. Again, beautiful imagery.
That's beautiful.
See, there are a lot of scenes in this that
Also,
they technically, some people might say that they go on for too long, but it never feels like they do. Like the art itself is a character in this film. So when it's just taking time to show you the art or play you the music, you're still invested because those are actual characters in this movie. The way they build them up.
I mean, look at just this little scene right here on the bus. Look out the window. What do you see? You see a stone wall, and you see trees, and you see mountains.
Yeah.
It's not just a throwaway background.
Yeah.
It's layers. It's an entire
Yeah, there's
layered
care.
system.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's care took it into this, and again, I keep going back to this is all hand drawn, which is just amazing to me.
Well, and I know this is probably outside some people's wheelhouse, but as a early childhood educator, this reminds me of Eric Carle, like the Hungry Caterpillar kind of art.
Oh,
I know that.
love
I'm
that.
very familiar with his work.
Mhm. Yeah.
Actually,
And the,
Saoirse and
Samurai
Copa.
Jack, kind of.
If you wanted to say, damn, trick-or-treaters.
I remember the Hungry Caterpillar, but I got to look up the exact art. But if I remember
Oh,
correctly,
very similar.
it looked like we had to do some like like cut out different shapes and then form a picture with them. So a lot of this is like real shapely, and then we'll draw on top of them with like ink or like what other materials.
We're talking about Eric Carlisle and the Very Hungry Caterpillar, Jana.
Yes, and they had an Obi-Wan moment here where we watched Ben get outsmarted by a fence.
This is funny, yeah.
Okay.
And he's like, I'm going to climb over and look at the eyes. He's like, no.
Let's be
We can
honest,
just open
though.
this.
Let's be honest, though. Those of us that went through the stage of being a little like stubborn boy, if we
Yes.
saw a fence, we weren't even going to look at the latch. We were going to climb that bitch.
Oh, of course.
Right.
Maybe she was hungry, Jana.
And he's maintaining consistency. He still has her on the leash.
Yep.
Right.
Yes.
But
I
he
love
is
the whole Badger family and
he is acting
Badger,
nicer towards her now than he was earlier in the film.
We don't need no stinking badgers.
Oh, now they're finding stones, which are now reminding them. They're like, oh, these aren't just stones.
Yeah, he
Sorry,
sets
buddy.
him up and dusts him off.
Because now he's seeing the magic in the world.
It makes me wonder if they have stones like this littered throughout the Irish countryside.
Oh,
where
I'm sure they
there were
do.
ancient ones that were carved and then, used for purposes. And then after Christianity came, they were abandoned and basically left and forgotten. So you could still wander like the hills and just find one kind of jutting out of the ground, somewhere.
Well, there's areas in Ireland that they still. So it's not like how with the Roman Empire was, where they adopted different histories and different like holidays and everything. So like with the Fae folk and all that, they had when Christianity hit. They still had a reason for them being there. So, the angels, versus like in the War of Heaven, like, so there was the angels who were still in heaven, the demons who were in hell, and all the Fae folk now were the ones who just were kind of in the middle of things and stayed on Earth. Like they found,
Yay!
and so they didn't look at their stuff as necessarily like pagan and evil yet. It's a strange dichotomy of how the old religion got adopted into the Catholic mentality.
Well, by the time the Catholic wave came along, the Romans had already wiped out most of the old lore, so to speak. And then that was before the Romans were Christian. Then the Roman Empire Christianized, so there was a mix of Christianity and Celtic folklore before the Catholic wave, with like the Holy Roman Empire and all that spread across. That's a different experience than what's had in Scandinavia, to put it bluntly.
Well, and it was easy for some of the gods and goddesses to cross over. Like we have Bridget and the Mother Mary. They were just meshed into one. That's why Candlemas falls on February 2nd, because that's actually Bridget's holiday.
I did not know that.
And now we have Coup.
Coup has been tracking them for a good bit.
That's a good boy.
And he finds
That's a good boy.
Yeah,
That's a good boy. That's a good boy.
He's so happy he finds Ben. They roll around in the mud.
And again, notice that Ben is being much nicer to his sister by this point. So he's
Right.
starting to experience the emotions he suppressed for quite a few years.
And this whole trek cross country, but on the trek, you can see her getting weaker.
Right.
I thought this shot was great. Look at the power lines. Look
They're
what
owls.
look what they look like. Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
Right.
oh my god, that's
And
brilliant.
this is the point where she like finally like beneath the giant owl symbols falls down and can't
And
continue.
her hair starts
Yeah.
going gray.
The white
Not
streak.
just symbols,
She's
but, well, I guess symbols. But what takes away your emotions and makes you numb in the modern world? Technology and the internet and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
the back and forth between the natural world versus the
that's
modern
beautiful.
world and
That is
and
beautiful.
medication and such. Yeah, that's not lost on me.
So they're trying to
It's
get
raining.
to I think it's like weird hill or something. And he tells Coup to run, and she just falls right off.
Oh.
And he's like, okay, get on my back. And he carries her. This is a very important moment.
Stinging nettles.
When he puts her on the stinging nettles. He goes through. He knows it's going to be painful, but he wants to get her safe.
Just keep your legs up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now you notice that Ku is the size of a cow, and the there's a reason for that. The Ku Sith, which is the fairy dog, or the black cow, and there's negative words for it as well. They were the size of a cow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
I did not know
I love
that.
the jar full of
Yes.
stars.
Tolkien uses those two dogs too, and I forget their names, but there's a hound and a wolf. One's black, one's white.
Well,
you're right.
Kuan is the hound. Kuan. The wolf is the Kakarath, the Melkor's wolf of the worst thing he ever invented in some ways. You know?
And these are things people have left in. There's a crutch, you can see. Sunglasses, just bold.
It seems like this is a place they would go to get healing, like maybe to pray to the gods, old and new.
Right.
Because if there's discarded glasses, there's all this religious imagery of, old religion, new religion. There's candles everywhere. It's almost like a place they would go to give offerings and prayer to get healed. Hence all of the, like I said, the glasses, the crutch, things like that.
And it's also obviously been around a lot longer than most of the stuff in there, because it was built up around this well and that old tree. And it's kind of like the Christianity just kind of migrated its way in there, but that's not originally what it was there for. But yet, she does something nice for her big brother, even though he's been an ass to her for 6 years.
I forget what the leaves are called, but they counter the stinging nettles.
I think it's dock leaf.
And so she rubs them on the scratches that he got because of it. And again, every frame here is just a beautiful piece. So he's dozed off, but she's playing, and all the magic is going down into the well. He's looking at his map. And she's like, okay, you're not paying attention.
Is this when her hair started to change color in the movie? Is that right at this point?
It started changing. When
she already has some great
the power line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but she gives him back the shell flute or whatever it is, and he just makes that comment, there better not be snot on this or something. And she dives in.
And they share a laugh. And they share a little laugh. And see, I like this part too because Ben's like, I can't. Oh crap! And he gets dragged in.
Yeah, the dog goes, so he's going. The cow's like, that was odd.
It's almost like Ku is his hero's call to action.
Yes,
he literally just pulls him along. It's like, you have to do this now.
And they pop up in this underground water.
It's almost like a real life Finn and Jake from Adventure Time.
Adventure Time.
Adventure Time.
Yeah.
And again, all the rocks.
Follow the lights. There's more of the fairies. Oh, the owls are like, oh. And the owls have
the owls ever.
This is great. I love this because you don't know what you're looking at first when you're coming into this. All these big wisps.
And then we meet Beard.
Yeah.
Did any of y'all see the Owls of Gahul movie?
No, I have not.
Oh, the Guardians of Gahul.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, check that out. Zack Snyder directed that, or I think that
was Zack Snyder.
It was actually a decent movie.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that movie. I want to get into the books to see how dark did he really make it. But those were some nice, depictions of some owls, like good and evil, like face disfigurations. I think disfigurement on the owl, stuff like that. So the art in that movie was crazy. It was phenomenal.
So we're just pretending like this guy isn't naked underneath all that hair, right?
No, he's definitely naked. But he's a fairy folk.
Beard.
Yeah.
Great
Yes.
It's Beard.
Sanan, I can't pronounce this.
Shanashi,
Shana Shea.
something like that.
Sure, the great. The great.
So this
The
is
great
all
Shana
his
Shea.
beard. His beard goes all over this cave. He's obviously a magic fairy folk.
He basically has no memory of his own, but the memory of the entire world contained in his hair.
Yes.
Specifically of the
Who are
fairy
you?
world.
So that was okay. I was about to say that was confusing, but then when the kid asked for help, he was like, "I have no knowledge of you, human." So I was like, "Okay, maybe he doesn't carry human memories." But
Yeah,
the
I think
supernatural-
it's just. I think he only carries human memories that interact with fae folk, like
So I just
within
gotta,
here.
I just gotta ask: is this what my shower drain feels like with all this hair? I'm
Yeah.
Possible.
When he wakes up in the
Possible.
morning, has to cut himself free from the bed. 'cause
Right.
That's right.
His beard
Yes.
grew overnight.
It's
So-
actually more the back hair.
Oh, God.
Uh,
That's fantastic.
You're welcome.
That
So
is
this-
fantastic.
Thanks,
This-
buddy.
This obviously this is a fairy creature, but in actual Celtic history, this is kind of like a these were real people who were like the secretaries to kings and rich people and all that. And remember, it's oral culture, so they would keep track of their family lineages, their bank statements, or whatever you want to call it in ancient times and all.
I do have a question about this character and some of the other male characters I've seen. If you notice on his ears, he's got two little, I don't know, those clips or something. I don't know if those are gold
Earrings.
or brass or whatever. Are those,
Earrings.
is that like a traditional thing that people wore back then? Or is that like a fairy affectation or something?
I don't know.
I wonder.
I did
He
notice
old
kind of
guy
looks
had
like
a
a
secret
Because
belt.
druid.
Most of the men have it. Like MacLear has it on his ears. You know.
Did their
Yeah,
ears pierced?
Yeah,
Did they stop by
Danish
Claire's?
have them too.
They stopped by Claire's.
So right now he's telling him that every hair in his beard is a story. So don't
I-
break them. Be careful, otherwise he'll lose it.
I don't know if it means anything spiritually, but I think it's just status, isn't it? Like
What?
Maybe.
because you said like
Yeah, so he's-
depending on where they like because the historians and the keepers of the clans like had certain I think where it's positioned has status too.
Well, the
Like-
Shanachi, that they were the name for like the people who did that. They were trained to do that. Like, so you had to be able to memorize a lot of stuff and express it, so to speak. You know.
Right, and one of the
Right.
little stone fairy guys that one of the three guys had earrings too. Like I think it's like a status symbol, or like a hey, I'm really important to the clan kind of thing.
So now he's telling the story of MacLear, which we heard earlier.
Right. See,
Right.
yeah. And if you saw the picture, he's got those same kind of ear things on.
And then he was turned to stone. So now he's trying to find his sister.
She's a Selkie.
And
What?
he understands
She's a Selkie. She's a Selkie.
all of this is connected.
Yeah, he's noticing that the light that he so celebrated whenever Ben showed up is already fading. So there's a problem there. And he's trying to figure out if she's still alive. And there's something kind of the throwaway line he says. It's kind of sad. He says, "There's not many of us left, so not many hairs still grow, but hers does." So he's basically just got all of this memory for beings that are no longer around because most of them have been turned to stone.
And that's kind of the metaphor for this ancient times passing away and modern times replacing them.
Yeah.
You know.
So he gives Ben the hair and tells him to follow it, and it will take him to her.
Here you go. Hold on to this one.
Don't break it.
Which is again, he had a leash on his sister, and he had now a longer leash to track her with. So it's like,
Right.
But he
And when
also
gets
actually
down
gets
here,
to
though, he
see.
finds
uh,
yes, what happens with his mother.
The spirals were also important to ancient Celts they were doing and undoing of things. So the fact that he's traversing down a tunnel with something with just simply spirals shows the journey of him doing and undoing. That was a very big deal in Celtic
And well, that
even the
and
stairs in the
right,
lighthouse.
right, the spiral staircase.
So yeah, this is what we didn't see at the beginning of the movie, where she leaves the lighthouse, she goes into the sea, Connor's chasing after her, and she disappears into the waves.
And what's left
And
is
what washes up is
Saoirse.
Is the baby.
So that's obviously the metaphor of it, but the sort of maybe the reality of it is his mother died in childbirth.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's beginning to mentally accept the process now, the first stage of grief, so to speak. He's past denial now, you know.
He's like, "This is your baby sister.
You have to look after her." And he's like, but where's my mom?
This is where he's remembering what he said as a little boy. I'm going to be the best big brother.
Ever.
We're going to be best friends. And he's been anything but.
Right.
He's been a dick. He's been a terrible brother.
And now
he pops up in this weird place.
And the story may be a little, I mean, what I took from this is the reason he's starting to experience is his little sister got really sick. And so the same grief he would experience with his mother is keying in him now, and he, forcing him to deal with the feelings of the mother so he can have his proper feelings for his sister.
And here we go. Now I'm in hero mode.
Yep. And the stones are speaking to him. That's how you know they're not just stones.
See, and if you notice on her wind vane and the posts right here, that's all of them that she's got on those posts and stuff. I think it'd be cool to go back and try to see if I can translate some of it.
Again, look at that. And of note, also, these many jars. And now spooky staircase. That looks familiar.
Gee, I wonder where we've seen that before.
Yeah, there was a sale that day apparently.
And then then it all clicked in my head, and I'm like, oh, okay, the metaphors. Maka is Garani, the Weeping King is dad, and I'm like, okay, now it's all starting to.
Yeah.
The metaphors of everything are coming together.
I did go back because I originally it was like, oh, the grandma's the witch. It was like that, and then I was like, oh, never mind.
Well, the metaphor. I mean, that's why they had the voice actors are doing the same role.
I mean, I since gotten it, but I had to go back and relook because, like,
it's similar to like how they would do typically the casting of Captain Hook and the kid's father is the same actor or voice actor, in Jumanji with his dad and the hunter
and the dad,
yeah.
Or let's say the Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
One thing that got me about her, like, Baba Yaga hut or whatever this is they had like electric light bulbs and lamps and radios and stuff in it. So,
well, as opposed
weird
to
mixture. Yeah.
The one that was on top, that was more like the healing mound. That had just candles and stuff in it.
Right.
And here she's talking. She's reflecting on the story. She's like, "Well, I didn't want him to suffer. I didn't want him to suffer." It goes back to the intent of the thing.
Yeah, but it also
perspectives
stuck herself because, like, she doesn't have a locket of her son being happy.
Oh, that's the lid.
Son crying. It was like she's kind of trapped in this way of thinking as well.
Yep. And then she's trying to take his emotions. Starts to work.
Take away grief.
So I wonder where this, trope, this storytelling is across the world. Because in anime, Mamoru Uchiha does that. His goal is to take away everybody's suffering. But in doing so,
it's a common theme.
We get our Naruto tie-in.
We did. Thank you. That's
I didn't. When you were starting,
damn it.
I forgot to ask.
Well,
I had
what's
I had a couple. I was waiting to the end though, but I had a couple. But like I said, there are certain stories, grieving, not being able to deal with loss and things like that, that we can find. Gilgamesh.
Yeah, and she's
yes.
Gilgamesh.
Well-
He couldn't grieve for his lost brother, and he went to hell and back for it. Almost
Okay,
destroyed the
now-
kingdom. So.
Now, the Roman, go back one frame. So we see the one more. Over.
one more.
Oh, you want to go forward? Actually, this.
Yeah, right
Yes.
there. So this,
Yeah.
so this is Granny taking her pills right
Yes.
Yeah.
Taking away the
Mhm.
pain from herself, and in doing so, she's also becoming stone.
here, dead inside. Right.
Yeah.
This is her little fix.
Huff an airplane.
I'm so sorry for my outburst. Just come here. Let me
Yes.
help you.
Yep, she just.
And
yeah, she
I
took away
love
that
the
little
fact
anger.
that because she's part stone, the owls have to help her get up the stairs. So even when you don't see
Yeah.
her, you still
Yeah.
hear that
Yeah.
impending thump, thump.
Hey, Koo, move your fat furry ass.
Yeah, I can't get through.
Yeah.
By the way, if anyone has had a giant dog like that, that's very, very true. It is a struggle in the morning.
Yes.
He's like, "What are you doing? Trying to get to your socks? What box you
So
out?"
she's mostly stone now, and look at her. She's just fading away.
Let
Yeah,
me
eye
in.
hole
Did I
is
make a bed out
awesome,
of
by
your
the way.
clothes? Oh,
Human
sorry.
child, human child, human child.
Yes.
God,
yeah,
that
she
eye.
got
Like
very
the door
distinctive.
clasps look like little
Poke her eye out.
talons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Good morning,
And look,
Jim.
I believe there's
Jim.
one of the vials for the 3 dudes that we saw taken on the left.
yeah.
So Saoirse, she's turning into stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I thought she was just fading away. It was like, I don't
Well,
know.
she was fading away. So the metaphor is that, like I guess in real life she will be dying, but in the story she's fading away because she's not being exposed to the magic of the ocean that she needs now, right? And
Right,
so
her coat.
Maka is not taking her emotions, so she can't even feel sad about that anymore.
So he wants her to play the magic shell because for those brief moments when they were down with the fairies, it did something, and so he wants her to play it here in hopes that it will open the jars because he can't break them himself.
And now he opens up, I've been a shithead. I've been a terrible
Yes,
brother.
I've been a terrible brother. Yep. He finally gets past a certain level of grief.
Right. And then the owls start to headbang the window, which is great. Oh
She
no.
breaks through, and she's pissed
Yeah,
off again. And then she starts swallowing the different emotions.
And then she's happy, and then she's this, and then she's that.
And then she becomes small again.
And she just collapses.
But then she remembers. She remembers everything that she took away from herself. And she says that she's like, I was just trying to help. I'm sorry I did all of this. And so she gives them the direction.
This is my favorite scene.
So
I love this
Big dog-
part. Oh my
because-
god, it was
Big
so
doggy.
exciting.
Do you have a car?
Good doggies. Good doggies
Big-
for a good boy.
Big old
I have better than a
doofus,
car.
cartoon character, overly styled to be adorable Koo, who's been this hero this entire time, gets to run with these majestic spirit hounds. God damn,
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
I did not.
Those would be Kusith or Kusi if it's Irish,
Yeah, this was one of those moments in the movie where I'm bawling my eyes out but cheering and laughing at the same time. I was like, yes! And then I'd cry some more. Yay! Cry some more.
Run, Koo. Run like the wind.
So who were these dogs?
They were
The-
They're Mac Lear's hounds.
Hounds.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, uh-huh.
that's kind of a little pushing it. They're Kusith, you know. They're dog fairies basically. Kusith.
Okay, as in what Matt was saying with the two dogs and being something kind of like how who is it Odin who has the two crows. So I was like, do
Raven.
these two dogs, the ravens, yeah, and I'm
Well,
like, do these two dogs-
she just picks two of them. There's no special symbology to it. Right?
Okay,
Like,
okay.
if they were going with Man and McLuhan's symbology, there would be pigs because he had a lot of pigs. He had pigs that he could kill and resurrect over and over again to feed people.
Yeah, there was like Thor. He had the two goats. That
Thor had the
drove
two goats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Odin has two ravens and two wolves.
Right. Hagar.
Okay.
The Mundan.
And these dogs,
Or Raven.
they look like Irish wolfhounds.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
back at the lighthouse, Connor is freaked
Where's
out.
the coat? Where's the coat?
What are you
Dad,
doing back
where's
here?
the fucking coat?
And and he doesn't. He should understand, but he's trying to block it. He's like, I threw it into the sea.
He's cut himself off from everything, so yeah, he can't.
Now
he can't
I want to
process it
see.
properly.
I want to see Joker's
Now-
version of this movie.
Yeah.
So he piles everyone in the boat, and he's rowing
is-
them back to the city.
This is
And
probably
this-
this is my favorite part of the entire film. I can
Yeah,
do
Where
this.
the little boy, where the
I
little guy
can-
finally he has to.
I can do this. I can do this.
Well, see,
Yep.
and like we've pointed out before, every time before when he needed to do something, he put on his glasses, he had his cape, he had his life vest, he had his safety gear on to do what he needed to do. And this is the first time he's like, I can do this, and he doesn't have any
No,
of
but
that.
he takes it
Right,
all
Gets
off.
rid of it.
This is the part of the hero's journey accepting the call.
Yep.
This is his moment here. And then at first like, wait, I can't breathe. And then the SEAL's like, hey buddy, we got you.
You can
Come
give it a
on.
ride.
Well, remember,
Yeah.
he would have been one of them if the mother didn't keep him human.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Those aren't
Grab on.
seals. Those are selkies. Those are selkies.
Grab aboard. Sunday boy, come on.
He's
Oh,
like,
Now he's got the box.
So
He's
are
like,
these
I don't have the key.
are these
Oh, it just so
Selkies-
happened. Oh, you've been eating this now.
And his dad pops in.
Well,
It's,
But-
it's nice that the Selkies weren't the only ones that like got him to the surface. That his dad still played a part in that.
right. But also notice that notice that right before he got to the surface, the coat was glowing. Then it faded.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben.
She's-
And then she says Ben, and I'm just like, oh,
You know, oddly enough, at this point in the movie, I was sitting here just chopping up like a dozen onions. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear from you. I worked in an onion factory all night tonight. I don't want to hear anything.
So now they're going to the boat so they can get a bit of air, and then they go for this ride and they take him to McLear.
They think they're out. No pun intended. They think they're out of the water, but they're not through this yet. She still has to sing.
She needs to
They're
sing
waiting for her
because
seal of approval.
bump.
Well, and I know, and again, the one word she says, Ben, like, I need you, brother.
I know that was her first word. Oh my god, it made me cry more.
Well,
Sorry,
when he starts singing for her,
He sings for
yes.
her,
Yeah.
Oh,
and then she sings,
mhm.
and then she transforms into the magic being that she is, and they're all like,
Those
"Yo,
little seals, their faces. Oh my god.
Whoa.
And I dropped my phone. I was laughing so hard.
Squeak, I love
and now
you.
the magic spreading was so good in all the spirits of the
Get to go
fairy
home.
folk get to go home.
They get to right.
Well, not just go home. Remember the metaphor. Tir Naog is heaven. They're going to the afterlife.
Right.
So there's a that's why this is a sort of a grieving mortality tale, right? So there's a finality to this, which we obviously will see, and but the little girl is her seeing is expressing she wants to live. So remember, a lot of some medical conditions tell you your desire to live is just as important as the medical treatment, because the treatment doesn't, with certain types of cancer, for example, you have to want to power through it, and that's the symbology I think there with the little girl singing is she's saying I want to live,
Yeah. And here he comes, McClure himself, and his mom.
Hey, Sonny boy, how are you, son? It's been a long time. Hey, Mom.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
There's his boys.
Sometimes I'll text my friends and I'll be like, what the heck is going on? Like I'm glad I have people that appreciate my movie skills, because I do that a lot where I'm like, you better tell me this is going to be okay.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling.
And I the next part of this movie, you could hear it in my voice. I bawled. There was no need for onions for me to just,
Yeah, there might be a reason my camera's off.
Right. And then Mom.
Yeah.
The Selkie.
Yeah.
He's like,
and then it's her with the wave crash.
Yeah, Sammy, this scene hit me as hard as Jiraiya's death.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say, I was like, I was not ready for the emotional journey.
I'm sorry, but none of y'all will understand this scene because y'all are not moms, and this hits you so hard when you. Oh, I'm gonna cry again. But man, I understand y'all appreciate this, and it has a lot of feels. But as a mom, and Jana can agree with this, like, oh, this scene was. Oh, I'm gonna cry again. I'll be right back.
Well, it was interesting because she was locked into just with her daughter for a moment, and then she hears her son's voice, and it kind of snaps her out of the mystic realm thing for a moment, and she sees her family again.
And then she says, you're half human. You have a choice. But if I take your coat, you're stuck here.
Yes. And she says, I want to stay. But they actually, but then Connor, they get to say goodbye.
Yes.
That, most people is, the thing they dream they could have done to say goodbye.
It's closure.
Yeah.
And yeah, this was a rough scene.
And
except for the seals in the background. And then we're back. And I was very appreciative of the closing of this movie. And Connor tells his mom, we're okay. We're gonna be okay.
We're okay, Mom.
You can see Granny's freedom too. Like, she's running over here, she ain't all prim and proper. She's got like her hair all thrown down, her robe on, and like she's not the uptight Granny she was at first either.
Oh, beautiful.
And then that's it for the movie proper. But then you get this wonderful bit of end credit scenes, which if you didn't stick around for it, you should have. This is them becoming a family and continuing the legends. Keeping the stories going. I thought this was funny because this is her revenge.
A callback. And it's
and then they all laugh though. No one's mad. Everybody's laughing.
And then it's this.
It was just great.
Beautiful.
And then you get just a lot of some of the art stuff going through the film. But this was a tremendous movie. It was a real treat.
I bet
watch
if when this was shown in theaters, people clapped at the end.
Oh, I'm sure.
There's
probably a lot of crying in the theater too.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but this was nominated for a couple of Oscars as well.
Yes, I believe won, but it did not. I don't think it got the Oscar. If my memory of my notes is correct. But this was a wonderful surprise. I mean, it's a movie most people haven't heard of.
No.
I've been trying to get people to watch these cartoon saloon films since I first saw them a couple, I don't know, 3-4 years ago. And you'll hear me mention them repeatedly, like on our shows. Like, oh, this film, and there's no, this was an opportunity for me to expose this now. You all got to go watch the other 4 of them. Okay.
I took your recommendation. I had always intended to watch them, but I've got a list longer than I am tall, which is not much because I'm only 5'6", of movies to watch. So I hadn't gotten around to them yet. So this was a good excuse. Yeah. And I watched it earlier today, and I have already reached out to multiple people and recommended it to them.
Yeah, you got to watch this movie. If you haven't watched this, you need to watch this movie.
Yeah, I basically called my mom and said, like, hey, I'm bringing a movie over this weekend, and you're gonna cry, but you're gonna love it.
By the way, Squeaker, you have young kids?
Not super young.
Oh, there might be. Well, there's a graphic novel version of this. Like, those you have young kids who are older kids.
Awesome. I want that for me. Forget the kids.
Yeah. And for the other film, I have these 2 graphic novels, Wolf Walkers and this one.
Right.
But they make them for all of them. They're kind of out of print, but you can still get new ones from where you know to look. But they have coloring books. Anything. Yeah,
I gotta watch that Wolf Walkers.
Wolf Walkers. Even though Song of the Sea 10 out of 10 is my favorite of them and the better movie, the musical scenes in Wolf Walkers are the best in any animated film ever.
I saw the trailer. I'm interested. I'm just late to it. I got to get on that though, but I'm definitely interested. But I didn't know it was a book, so that's cool.
The
hey guys, I got to bounce.
Go tell the
All right, guys.
The books came later. The books are adaptations of the movies. So, but the point is, sometimes a little kid, maybe wants to read it, or you can teach your kid to read with stuff and like this. Revisit. Like you watch the movie and let's go read the book now, and and this is a good story for a lot of ages. There's a lot of crap out there that you can't watch as a family. Even stuff that's really good, like there's always someone it seems good and someone throws like a dirty joke in there and you're like, oh, I can't watch my kid.
Kind of like this show.
Yeah, my crowd of little biddies that I work with are more board book style. I mean, and even then those are I need an indestructible board book style.
Squeak, I'll type out I'll send you the other 4 names, so to speak, of the 5 films they've done. They have a TV show that they did too, but I haven't been able to find that.
Well, all right. We're gonna have to wrap up here, but I did want to. I mean, I think all of us very much enjoyed this film. This is one that we. I mean, there's nothing bad to say about it. It was just a beautiful piece. From the artwork to the story to the voice acting and the music, there was nothing bad about this movie. It was just fantastic all the way around. So thank you, Matt, again for throwing this at us. So and let's go around the horn, say our farewells, then we'll say goodbye to the chat and give our what's coming up stuff, and then on to the next one. So my brother Shieldwall, what do you have coming up, my brother?
Hey, thanks for having me on. This is a great movie. Thanks, Matt, for recommending it. Really glad I saw it. Next Tuesday on Jacob Ironside's channel, we will be doing X-Files, Season 1, Episode 16 and 17. So tune in for that. And then I will not be here next Thursday. I'll be and stuff. So. But that's it for me. But yeah, thanks for having me on. It's great. Thanks for joining us, AJ and Squeaka. It was great having you on.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate being here with y'all guys. And
thank you for letting me
cry.
Right. Yeah, that's what we do here, Squeaka. Joker voice. What do you have coming up, my friend?
Next week, not only do I get my new computer next week, Wednesday night, along with Matt and a couple others, Left Eye Ego, Duke Devil 95, and Ryan Legion, we're going over the world of the WWE. We have a premium live event coming up next weekend. On Wednesday night is overbooked. I'll still be doing shorts, just keeping the channel going until I can get my laptop and start getting back to regular content. You will also see me back here next Thursday.
Right on. Always good to have you, Joker. I've missed you
Well,
for
thank you.
the last little bit, so it makes me sad when you're not here.
I know.
But to be fair, a lot of things make me sad. When I run out of bourbon, I also get sad.
Cry.
No bourbon.
Where is the schedule that I sent you people? Oh, damn it.
Why is the
Vampire
bourbon
next
always gone?
Where's
Why
Beard?
is
Yeah,
the
exactly. Where's Beard? Here it is. Why does it look like this? Mother dick. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, I got it.
I don't know if
I got it.
I
right
like how
here.
you phrased that. Where is Beard? Oh, it's right here. Why does it look like that, mother dick?
Perhaps strung together like that, it didn't come out the way.
You want me to read it off, Roman?
No, I think I've got the important parts. I don't have the dates, but the dates, it's always the Thursday, so it's just Thursday following Thursday. So, Matt, what do you have coming up, my friend?
I've got it right.
Joker,
Okay,
same thing with
I'll let
Joker
you do,
Voice.
I'll let you do it when we get there, Shieldwall.
Okay. So Joker Voice with the Wednesday is overbooked and Wrestle Talk. There's 2 wrestling pay-per-views coming up, so I'll have previews of both of those as they come up. Bad Blood next week and the AEW one week after that. Have Jacob and I are on my Friday Fandemonium show tomorrow. What else? This weekend I was, but thankfully I had the palate cleansing show we just did, because before this I recorded my live watch with my fellows and the questioners of Rings of Crime episode 7.
Which, if you want to watch a good show in the world of Rings of Crime and Agatha, whoever cares, the Penguin on Max, actually one episode in was quite good.
And that's been universal. People like that show, whereas they don't like. Rings of Power is no one. I mean, there's like 7 people like that show. Agatha, I'm not hearing anything about it. So obviously it's not making. It's not even making a ripple.
Yeah,
no one's watching
that. No one gives a shit.
Yeah, but otherwise, I got if I have time, I've been bogged down with Real World to do a lot of videos. Like I do the pre-recorded stuff. Hopefully this weekend I'll time to sit down and break down those 2 little golden books that I still have to pull out of the videos and maybe film 1 or 2 other videos on some stuff. I'm bogged down with work stuff, So.
Gotcha. All right, and again, thanks for pointing us in the direction of this movie, Matt.
Definitely.
Build of Liberty. What do you got coming up, buddy?
I'm going to keep it simple. Coming up immediately, well, shortly after this, because I still got to set up the stream and everything. I'm going to be playing a little bit more Fallout London on my channel here on YouTube. And
my boys!
I'm sorry. Joker's, he expects us. I'm sorry, Roman. There's a certain expectation.
Mother dick.
You make me make noise.
So, anyway, also Monday afternoon with Stark of Iron.
Good for you, Squeaka.
Can I have one of those cigarettes? Dang.
Yep.
Anything beyond that, Linktree / Beard of Liberty. Not that anybody's going to remember this after both Joker and Squeaka's outburst. Thank you so much for that.
Are you gonna stream any more Dragon Age?
Yes, I'm doing 2 days of Fallout London and 2 days of Dragon Age, and then another day of whatever the hell I want. Just kind of.
Okay.
But your dog is my favorite part of that whole experience, Beard. I enjoy your dog.
Oh, he's great.
No,
he got some war paint. The bears are great.
What am I talking about now? Oh, Jacob Ironside, my good friend and master of the memes. I am the walrus. What do you have coming up?
Thanks for having me on again, and I always enjoy it. This was a good movie. I recommend it to So anybody who's listening, great movie. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be on Matt's show, and then I will be on Potato Raven's channel later that evening talking Deadpool, and then Tuesday is X-Files, and it's X-Files episodes 16 and 17, Young at Heart and EBE. So those are the two things coming up. And November the 5th will be my 100th Popcorn Talk episode.
Wow.
And I've got I need 26 subs to get to 400. So if I could break that before
Come on,
then,
folks. Not that many.
Link is in the
Not that
description.
many.
days. It's also a few days
Oh.
after my birthday, so it'll be like a multi-celebration stream. So
You need to send me. I'm gonna have to hit you up for your free shipping info for you, young Master Jim.
Well, since we're doing that, I'm like 22 away from 700 subs. So
Right on, Joker.
I
nice.
sub
you
and
go.
resub, but I don't notice any difference in the numbers. I don't know if I'm doing it right or what, but
I don't know what I'm doing. So, Miss Mouse, Squeaka the
Beard,
Mouse.
stop
Do
that.
you have any on-screen appearances coming up soon?
I hang out with Pops on Tuesdays.
that's right.
Yay!
Pops.
Me. I don't know why they let me on that channel, but they do now. I'm stuck. I'm there forever.
Oh, you're
and I
great.
like it.
Well, that's
You're
solid.
great on there.
Everybody loves Pops.
So we're going to be doing hackers, I believe, as long as Pops is
Mhm.
okay. I know that there's some stuff going down
Weather.
in Florida town.
Some weather.
So if he's okay, we'll be doing it on Tuesday. But, yeah.
Hello, Miss Sassy.
Hi.
Yes,
Hi,
super gay.
Sassy.
Yes, definitely super gay, but I'm glad to see you anyway.
Spice it up, Sassy.
I've actually seen
And-
hackers, so it's not a new one for me. but
I've
I'm
seen
gonna
it. I
watch
saw it
again.
like 150 years ago, and I don't remember
Same.
a thing about it.
Roman, like
Same.
you know how
I
you
feel like
can't
we were
watch.
born around the same time, Roman. I'm 188. How old are you?
I'm 187.
Oh, see, I'm older than Roman. Yes,
Like right there.
Hey, Roman, you know how you watch the military movies? Of course, you in the Navy, you can't take them
And
seriously.
bites through my lip. Yes.
Yeah, when I watch hackers, I just can't take it seriously.
Dude,
Just-
same, Matt. I coded. I worked for IBM of all things. Like, I mean, I know, and so when I watch it, I giggle so much.
yeah.
Squeaka, the original
I do.
phone freak.
The phone,
Yeah.
yeah. We'll just leave it at that.
And our good friend, happy to have him back on the show, Abomination AJ. What do you got coming up, buddy? Something happened.
Mika, you're right there. Beard.
She just got exposed to that classified top secret.
Oh my God, I don't know what happened, but
The walrus.
wow, AJ, dude, what do you got coming up?
Man, what is it? Saturday morning, I will be streaming. I will be interviewing this guy, Paladin Dragoon. He's made a book. We're gonna check some of that out and talk about some stuff. But I stream on Tuesdays more consistently. So come over Tuesday nights. And I need to play Sonic. This is the year of Shadow and whatnot. So I've been playing Sonic Adventure. I've been streaming that because I got to finish 2. So I can get ready to watch this movie that's coming out, Sonic 3. I'm excited, kind of excited for that, kind of.
I'm only kind of excited about anything at this point in my life, AJ.
No, I'm saying I'm not excited about it. I didn't like the first one or the second one necessarily, but just seeing this world evolve, I'm interested in it.
Right on. Okay. Well, as for Of the Empire, we are in spooky season. So Shieldwall is going to go down the rundown of our next 5 shows.
Speaking
Remember,
of spooky,
every Thursday at 5 Pacific Standard.
Speaking of
so
spooky,
what's
wait, Roman.
Yeah,
Speaking
yeah,
of spooky, the best horror show on TV right now, season 3 just premiered. It's called From. Okay, so I know
I am
Zach knows what it
unaware of this
is.
existence.
You can watch it through my memes there, Roman, if you want. It's the best horror
Okay.
show in a long time. Season 3 dropped this weekend
I can't
past.
hear
So
anything.
there you go.
All right. So
All
what we
right.
got coming up is 3 October. We're going to be discussing vampires. So all things vampires, so the panel will have what they, their favorite vampire stories, all that kind of stuff. 10 October, Supernatural, which includes demons, ghosts, I guess fairies, that kind of thing. Would fall into that. So
Sure.
that's going to be cool. Then 17 October, we got werewolves. So that's going to be, werewolves, werewolf-like things, like Wolfen, I guess. We can just rebroadcast
No wolfing.
that stream.
No wolfing.
No wolfing for you.
24 October is going to be zombies and zombie-like creatures or zombie-like things. So like 28 Days Later, where they're technically not really zombies, but kind of are. And then the 31st of October will be monsters.
Halloween.
So like,
that's my
Halloween will
day.
be monsters
I'm a
that
monster.
don't fall under any of the previous categories, like the creature from the Black Lagoon, those kinds of things.
That
So, yeah.
fucking thing from that little bear mutant motherfucker, Shieldwall.
Oh,
Prophecy.
the thing.
That thing,
Prophecy.
things like that. Yeah.
Prophecy.
Little, that
Right.
thing is
Pumpkinhead,
huge.
Just weird,
Yeah.
random shit.
Yeah.
So
Where does
Gotcha.
Eldritch Beast
Yeah,
fall
this
into
little
place?
guy right here.
Chucky.
that little guy. Oh my god.
Yep. Yeah.
So funny.
So anyway,
So-
so that's what we got coming up on the show for the month of October. So if kind of keep that in mind, and if you are going to be on the panels, just kind of have an idea of kind of what you're going to like. I think it's going to be cool because it's going to kind of broad, so it can cover a lot of different things. And then maybe we can have some guests
Rosie
on all this
MG.
kind of lore and stuff.
Yeah,
So
it's going to be a fun month. We actually,
Yeah.
we're getting 5 full weeks out of spooky month this year. And hello, Rosie Gamgee. It is wonderful to see you. So we've done this as our second or maybe our second or third year of doing spooky season, but we're diving in full throttle this time. It's going to be a good time. So bring all your horror bullshit because we are going to talk about every bit of it. So go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, and then on that last day, we can have a special segment called "How All This Ties Into Naruto."
God, damn it.
God, I hope not.
What if you've never seen Naruto?
You
doesn't matter.
tweaker?
Matt will school us all on
You've
this.
never seen
And
Naruto?
Sammy.
No,
I have no
not
idea
a
what
lick
it
of
is. I still don't know.
Oh my
No.
god. Squeaker,
Thank you, Jana.
you will love it.
Yes,
You would love
I
it.
appreciate that, Jana. And again, thank you, Rosie, for coming by. And thank you so much to the panel this week and to AJ and super secret special guest Squeaka.
Thanks for having
Very
me.
much appreciate you guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry what we did to you this week, Squeak. I didn't know. But
Thanks for letting me
it's
come on with you too, AJ.
just such a fun movie. And
I
thank
had
you
no
again
power
to
here.
our chat for bringing all the fun tidbits and not even wildly inappropriate this week, only mildly inappropriate. So that was pretty good. And again, join us every Thursday, 5 Pacific Standard. We're always here. And please like and subscribe. Right now, we are going to be doing the shows exclusively on YouTube. We're not going to be doing the farm out over on Twitter because we've taken a numbers beating and we need to kind of bounce back from that. So join us here every Thursday on YouTube and we can do this crazy thing we do. So next week, Spooky Week starts up with vampires. It's going to be a lot of fun. And until that time, please like and subscribe and be kind.
Toodles.
You